Okay, took me a minute. This is a very last minute filming plan. I was kind of planning on filming this video tomorrow, but I have like 20 spare minutes right now. So I'm going to try and get in everything June in the next 20 minutes in this video. My service provider is down. I'm pretty sure it's nationwide across Canada, so I don't know when I'll get it uploaded. It's been down for several hours, so maybe I'll leave the uploading to tomorrow. But anyway, here we are. This is everything June 2022, tarot and tarot-esque related. June. Let's talk about, okay, so I read 0 books in June. Let's just get that out of the way. 0 books in June. I did not read any of my Lenormand books. I didn't read my Black is the New, or Light is the New Black. I read nothing in June, which is really, I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, but you have months where you read and you have months where you don't. Or I do. Probably nobody else has those months, but I do. And I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I'm not going to punish myself. So that's that. Now I did do some crafting things in June. This is kind of a little bit embarrassing. Let's start. I'm trying to decide what to start with here. I've got this like table of stuff that I'm hoping is off frame. Okay, so I wanted to... this is really mortifying. I wanted to make polymer clay sphere stands for crystals, and I thought it would be easy. I have this thing with crafts where I see other people do it, or I see a photo of something on Pinterest and I'm like, I can do that. And I buy all of the supplies. I spend a plethora of money on all of the supplies, only to figure out that, sure, I can do it, but it looks like an 8-year-old did it. So obviously everything takes practice, but I'm not that patient. And this is not what I had in mind for my sphere stand at all. I tried a different one, but I straight up threw it out. Anyway, this is what we have here. I don't know where we are in frame here. I'm not like flowery, girly, frilly. The flowers needed to, I don't know, spice it up anyway, but this is what it turned out like. I mean, it works. It's just not what I wanted. It's not what I was looking for. It's not the aesthetic I was going for at all. Like, this feels like it should be in a Barbie house, like it's a pedestal in Barbie's house. I don't know. So I was a little bit disappointed in how that turned out. The other thing I tried to make with polymer clay, and this is not my first stab at this, is a card stand. So I've seen them with resin on Etsy, and the idea is that they sit flat and your card sits in it. However, the back is not weighted enough, so it just falls. So I am going to take another stab at this. Obviously, I've learned to now put more weight on the back of the polymer clay. I also probably won't slant it so much. That's pretty slanted. I'd probably like it more forward. I don't know. I tried, but this one was really pretty. It's blue with the like silver flecks in it. The flecks I purchased, I have gold, I have silver, and I have like a rose gold, but after you bake it, it looks more copper than rose gold. But yeah, this one, I don't know. I'm really disappointed, but I also have higher hopes for this next round than I did for the sphere stand. I don't know. And the other thing I did, this one I'm actually kind of a little bit proud of. So again, with polymer clay, I see people doing wood burning and I'm like, I can do that. So I order wood slices from, I don't even know where, on Etsy. Definitely another country, not the States. It's like a country overseas. And I ordered the wood burning tools. I did take a wood burning class a couple years ago, so at least I took a class on this one. And then I start doing it and I'm like, turns out I'm not a pro wood burner. But this one was super easy. So I made myself an Aquarius coaster. Also, don't mind my nails, just ignore those. So here is my Aquarius coaster. I have not stained it yet. I don't know what color stain I want to do. I don't know if I want it to be like natural, because I kind of like that, or if I want it to be a darker, like walnut stain. I don't know, but I think that's super cute. I'm an Aquarius, obviously, in case we haven't pieced that together. So I actually really like how this turned out. So that'll go to work with me. That'll be my work coaster. Let's talk. Okay, let's get this out of the way because this is not tarot related in the slightest. However, it is something that I feel needs to be discussed. Something you should know about me. I feel like this is my AA meeting. Hello, my name is Sarah and I wear Crocs. I love Crocs, and you will find that people either love them or hate them. So if you're the people that hate them, just give me 30 seconds of your time. Probably not even. These Crocs. Oh my gosh. They have like that Sherpa fuzzy lining. Just saying, they're worth it. They're absolutely worth it. So I've been living in those. June, it's warm in Canada, and I've been living out of those shoes. So if you're a Croc person, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. If you're not a Croc person, 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Give it a try. You never know. Anyway, I had to throw those in there because that was a joy for June for me. That just brought me so much joy in June, my Crocs. Now, let's do crystals. So technically in June, I did not pay any money for crystals. However, in May, I bought crystals and they arrived in June. So they weren't in May's video, but they're in June's video. And they're little bees. I got them from Etsy. I had to get a yellow and a black. So this is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be obsidian. And this is yellow calcite. For the price that I paid for them, they were like $6 and something cents each. I'll be shocked if that's what they actually are. They also came from overseas. I don't care if they are these materials or not. They are just so adorable. Here, I'll give you a close-up of the black one because it's probably easier to see the details. So here he is. Adorable. They're both the same looking, like the same kind of carving. And in case you don't know, I also like bees. So they were cheap. Like I said, they were $6 and something cents for each one. I did have to pay a little bit of shipping and handling, but it wasn't astronomical. So these are my bees. I'm okay with that. I did have another crystal break, and this one is a little bit more devastating because it was not cheap, and it's a carving. It's my moon goddess crystal, strawberry quartz, and you can see this was connected. I have the pieces, so I am probably going to super glue this one back together. I think I've decided I'm going to try to super glue this one. I don't know, I might be missing a little tiny piece that is somewhere in the round part. I don't know, but I was devastated when this happened. Like, I knocked it. It's in a crystal display that has no front or back. So if you bump it, it doesn't just like land against the back and kind of come back. No, it wobbles and eventually goes. So I bumped it and it landed on, of course, probably the worst part it could land on, and broke. So a little bit devastated about that, but I am going to try and super glue that one back together. I feel like that's just a no-brainer for me. I don't know what's up with me breaking crystals all of a sudden, because that was never a thing before. I've never broken a crystal ever. In the last 2 months, I've broken 2 of them. So I'm not happy. Not happy at all. So the other thing I did in June, this is the first time I've done this, and I'm actually kind of ashamed to admit that it's the first time I've done this, because I have had every intention of doing this many, many times, and I have just, true to form, not done it. So what I did is make moon water. So this was under the full moon in June, which I think was in Sagittarius. I missed the new moon one. And for me, the new moon one is like more important because that's when you're setting your intentions. So I would like to really only make moon water for the new moon going forward. I missed July's full moon, new moon, new moon. No, it was June 28th, I think, but either way, I missed it. Well, my plan was to have a sip of this. I'm only using it for drinking. I'm not using it for anything else, but a sip of it every morning before I really do anything for the day, and just kind of let the intentions kind of enter my body, you know, have kind of a mindful moment when I take these couple sips of water in the morning and just remember what my intentions are that I infuse this water with, so to speak. And that's my plan. This was full, so I did about half of it. I'm terrible with follow through, in case we have not figured that out. So that was something that I actually really enjoyed doing, actually. I did it at night under the light of the full moon, which it does suck with the new moon, how you're not really under the light of the moon when you're doing it, but oh well. And the other thing I did was moon infused tea leaves. So basically the same thing. I did it with under the full moon in Sagittarius, and I just kind of set my intention with it, and I just kind of put them in, let them sit in the moonlight overnight. I set my alarm early in the morning so I would get up and get it out of the light before the sun hit it. That was kind of annoying as well. I don't know if that's a thing, but I did that. And then my intention with this was to every Monday have a tea. Every Monday morning have a tea. So what did I put in here? I put in green tea and lemongrass that my sister brought back from Cambodia. So it's got like that purple, I want to say it's called pea flower, but I can't remember. Anyway, so I did that for one Monday. One of my Mondays, I did that. This was supposed to be the other Monday, and I didn't make it. Oh, well, it's still good. I can still use it. Still use it with the Sagittarius moon energy, so whatever. Maybe I'll save it. I don't know. But that was really nice. I actually really enjoyed that little ritual, and I do want to continue doing that, or at the very least do that again a few times. I've been using the Moonology book, which I meant to have here for this video, and I forgot. So maybe I'll like splice in a photo of it or something, along with the Moonology cards. So I kind of looked up the moon energy in the book, and then I made my intentions around what that says your intention should be. And same with the cards. I read the book, I looked at the messages on the cards, the Moonology cards. I'm sure we all know what those are. But this Moonology book is actually very handy. It has a section for each moon sign, or each zodiac sign in each moon phase. So if it's a new moon in Aquarius or a full moon in Aries, or whatever the case may be, you open that page and it reads what good ideas are for intentions around that zodiac sign, and what the good energies are, and what you can be working on, and blah, blah, blah. So there may be times when I read that and I'm like, you know what? I'm not really feeling any intentions around this kind of energy. So maybe this month I won't do it. Or maybe I'll just make my own. Like, you don't necessarily have to follow the zodiac sign with the moon, but yeah, that was my plan, and that's what I did there. And I really, like I said, I really like that book. Now on to decks. So again, technically in June, I did not spend any money on decks. Yay! Good for me. However, this one arrived in June, so it was not in May's video. I don't know why, but every time I buy a deck, it doesn't arrive in the month that I purchased it. It'll always arrive like in the first few days of the following month. It's kind of annoying. However, this one I did enjoy working with in June a lot. And it's not new. It's the Magic of You Oracle by Rockpool and Fiona Horn. This deck is a little on the dark side as far as the images go. One of the things I found was that the images look a little dark, but the messages aren't even remotely dark. Not what I have found so far anyway. But I really liked it. I really resonate with what it says. I did do a pick a card video with my YouTube private group, my friends. And I did hear back from one person that they didn't like the aesthetic of the cards. Now, let me see if I can find the card that they selected, so you can see, or maybe kind of get an idea of why they didn't like it. Okay, so I actually found all 3 cards that were actually in that reading. They were all kind of in the same little area. So this was the 1 card. That was one of the options to choose from. Hopefully, because this was such a last minute video, I have no idea if you guys can see. I don't know what the glare is. So that's the Liberation card. And then we have the Protection card. So for this card, I mean, that makes sense to me. Having the horns on the back makes sense to me for protection. I don't really see that as kind of like morbid. And then this is the Euphoria card. So they didn't like that. They thought they were very dark and just, they didn't make them feel good when they were looking at these images. Specifically, they talked about the thorns in the back and the Euphoria one. Just like the snakes kind of, it looks like they're coming out of the head. They're not. It's a mask, but, and even like the skull on the swan, like it's just, it wasn't this person's aesthetic, which is fine. It's not, everything is for everyone. I happen to really like it, and I used it in my pick a card video because maybe someone else will like it and resonate with it. You never know, right? So I did not hear back from anyone else. However, I've noticed that with it being kind of more in the summer era now, not many of them are watching these videos, and that's fine. Life happens, things get busy, people get busy. So I don't know if it's just because not a lot of them really watched it or what the case may be, but I don't know. The other last thing I kind of wanted to touch on, and I don't know why, but I'm almost a little bit nervous to talk about this. So I am single and I've started dating, and I've been on a few dates with this same person. And I always struggle with bringing up the topic of what we do, the tarot reading and the decks. And, you know, I always get, I don't want to say self-conscious, but I do worry about the judgment that will come with telling someone that I read tarot cards, that I have 40 tarot decks. He does not know that I have 40 tarot decks. That'll be a whole other conversation. This particular individual is not spiritual at all. They do not believe in anything along the lines of, you know, messages from the universe or from spirit or whatever you want to call it. This person does not believe in that at all. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, maybe ask you guys how you guys handle that. And I know it would be so much easier if you were dating someone who is a spiritual person and who is, you know, cool with this kind of stuff. And his reaction was okay. I did not get into depth. I did not get into detail with him about it. He did kind of raise his eyebrows at me a little bit. And he's noticed the jewelry that I've been wearing on our dates. So he actually was the one who brought it up. I had my moon ring on. I had different gemstone jewelry pieces on. And he kind of asked me if I was that type of person. And I said, well, that depends on what you mean by that. But so he did bring it up, and I did say to him, I do read tarot cards. And yeah, it was just like, I always dread having that conversation. And, you know, I really worry about bringing someone into this physical space, like with my decks. Like I've got a pile of decks sitting here that are my like dailies right now. And, you know, a chunk of amethyst and just stuff everywhere that pertains to this kind of lifestyle. And I stress about bringing someone into this space and having them see all of this and what they're going to think. And I know that that probably means that, you know, if that person is going to hold that against you or judge you, that they're not for you. But to me, it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are judgmental about this stuff. So finding that person who is just going to go with the flow with this is maybe not that easy. I don't know. Single people out there, let me know what your experience has been and how you handle bringing someone into your space and, you know, your altar space and your reading space and, you know, showing people your deck collection. And because a lot of people, he's very frugal as well. That's the other thing. So he would look at these decks and think, what are you doing spending your money on this? So yeah, I just kind of wanted to see how you guys handle that and what your opinions are on, you know, dating and integrating this into your relationship, or at least I don't even know how to word it, like, you know, letting people know that this is what you're into, this is what you do. I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that out there. You know, I've been on dates in the past where I have, again, mentioned it, and people just kind of chuckle, they kind of laugh a little bit. But this guy, he's a little bit further along than they were. So I'm not sure. Like, I feel I'm definitely holding back with the information that I've given him, and I don't know if I should do that. Like, am I betraying my pleasures? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there last minute. That was just a last minute conversation I wanted to have and see what you guys say and how you guys handle those kind of situations. And I don't know. Anyway, that's it for me for June. July is off to a slow start, my friends. I have really done nothing in July. We had a holiday here in Canada, and I've been away for the first 2 weekends in July. So yeah, I don't know. It might be a slow video for July. Either way, there is a video coming up I want to do. I think it was Tarot and Witchery again who did it, and I think it's hashtag Tarot Bucket List. Pretty sure that's what it is. So that'll be coming up. Maybe I'll film that tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, look for that. That one is a fun one. I've already started my list. When I was watching her video, oh my gosh, yeah, this is my list so far of my tarot bucket list. So that'll be coming out. And again, I'm loving watching everybody else's bucket list things for tarot stuff. So yeah, look for that in the coming few days. I don't know when I'll post it. But enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I will see you when I see you.